The story begins with a highly publicized incident that caught the attention of the public and the engineering community. A problem that 20 seasoned engineers had failed to solve was miraculously fixed by a black delivery driver. This chapter sets the stage by introducing the challenge that was left unresolved for an extended period. The engineers, armed with their education and technical skills, were unable to find a solution to a pressing issue. Their failure to fix a seemingly simple problem led to frustration within the organization and affected the operational efficiency. The driver, with no formal engineering background but with keen observational skills and practical knowledge, steps in, offering an unconventional solution that ultimately changes the course of the situation. The chapter delves into the problem the engineers approaches and the initial skepticism toward the driver's suggestion. This chapter discusses the complexity of the task at hand, explaining why the engineers couldn't find a solution. Despite years of expertise, technical resources, and advanced equipment, the engineers were stumped. Their approach involved in-depth analysis, trial and error, and utilizing various tools, yet none of their methods worked. The engineers were following conventional wisdom and protocols, which, though effective in many scenarios, were not yielding results for this specific issue. The chapter emphasizes how even the most trained minds sometimes hit a wall when they follow rigid structures. It explores how reliance on book knowledge and traditional methods can sometimes hinder creative problem solving. Here, the focus shifts to the delivery driver who has no formal engineering training. He's introduced as a humble individual whose day-to-day job involves navigating the city, dealing with traffic, and meeting tight deadlines. However, unlike the engineers, he sees the problem from a different angle. The chapter explores his background and his unique perspective on the issue. Often, individuals in less technical roles find innovative ways to solve problems simply because they don't carry the same constraints or preconceived notions as experts in the field. The driver, upon observing the engineer's struggle, presents a solution that seems too simple for the engineers to believe. His insight challenges the conventional thinking. This chapter details the solution proposed by the delivery driver. His approach is not technical, but more based on common sense and practicality. He uses his experience navigating complex routes and thinking on his feet to suggest a straightforward fix. The engineers, initially skeptical, dismiss the idea, but after running out of other options, they reluctantly decide to give the driver's solution a try. The solution works, surprising everyone, including the engineers who had spent weeks trying to figure it out. The chapter goes into the specifics of the solution, showing how something as simple as a change in perspective can unlock answers that more complicated methods miss. The engineers, who had been at the forefront of tackling the problem, are left stunned. This chapter focuses on their reaction to the driver's success. They grapple with their emotions, ranging from embarrassment to awe, as they realize that their extensive training and advanced tools didn't yield the results that the driver's simple solution did. The narrative dives into the psychological aspects of failure, ego, and how professionals sometimes struggle to accept that solutions can come from unexpected sources. It also highlights the moment of realization for the engineers that innovation doesn't always come from textbook knowledge or formal education, but can come from fresh, unconventional thinking. When the delivery driver solved the problem that 20 engineers could not, the story quickly spread, capturing the attention of both the public and professionals from various industries. Social media platforms were flooded with reactions, and debates ignited over the implications of the event. Some praised the delivery driver for his ingenuity, calling it a triumph of practical knowledge over theoretical expertise. People were fascinated by how someone with no formal technical training could identify a simple yet effective solution to a complex issue. In contrast, others, especially engineers, felt a mixture of embarrassment and pride. The event sparked discussions about the limitations of formal education and training in real-world problem-solving. Many engineers admitted that, while their knowledge was essential for solving large-scale and theoretical problems, they sometimes struggled when confronted with issues that required a practical, on-the-ground approach. The driver, with no formal engineering background, represented the kind of out of the box thinking that professionals often overlook when they focus too narrowly on established protocols. The story also triggered a broader conversation about diversity and inclusion within technical industries. Many saw this incident as a reminder that knowledge and innovation are not confined to the well educated or those with the most advanced degrees. The delivery driver's success highlighted the value of life experience, hands on problem solving, and practical thinking, qualities that are often undervalued in more traditional academic fields. The public's reaction was equally mixed. While some hailed the driver's success as a victory for everyday ingenuity, others were skeptical, arguing that the engineer's failure didn't necessarily diminish their expertise. The debate revealed a divide between those who believe that formal education should remain the cornerstone of problem solving and those who felt that a more inclusive, diverse approach was needed in technical fields. Ultimately, this story showed that problem solving isn't just about technical knowledge, it's about perspective. The delivery driver's solution, while simple, forced people to rethink their approach to problem solving. It wasn't a matter of who had more knowledge, but who was able to apply their knowledge in the most effective and innovative way. The incident of the delivery driver solving what 20 engineers could not serves as a powerful reminder that real-world problem solving often requires a diverse range of perspectives. This chapter explores the lasting lessons and implications of this surprising outcome. The first takeaway is the importance of practical experience. While formal education equips individuals with theoretical knowledge, it is real-world exposure and hands-on experience that often lead to the most innovative solutions. The delivery driver's success demonstrated that life experience can offer invaluable insights that traditional academic training might not provide. This event also serves as a critique of the over-reliance on rigid methods and theories. Engineers, focused on precision and complex calculations, overlooked a simpler, more straightforward solution. The driver's ability to solve the problem stemmed from his ability to think practically, draw on experience, and think outside the box. This teaches us that it's essential to balance academic learning with practical know-how, as relying solely on one approach can limit creativity and problem-solving capabilities. Another key lesson from this story is the value of diverse thinking. Innovation doesn't thrive in echo chambers. When teams are made up of people who all think the same way or share the same background, their solutions tend to be limited to conventional ideas. In contrast, the delivery driver brought a fresh perspective. His background and experiences were different from those of the engineers, and this diversity enabled him to approach the problem in a novel way. This highlights the need for industries, especially technical ones, to prioritize diversity not just in gender or race, but in the variety of knowledge and experiences people bring. Finally, the story challenges the traditional hierarchy of knowledge. It shows that expertise should not be defined solely by academic credentials or professional titles. Expertise can come from a wide range of sources, including those with non-traditional backgrounds. This shift in thinking could lead to more inclusive and effective problem-solving processes in the future where all voices are heard and all perspectives are valued. In conclusion, the delivery driver's simple yet profound solution offers a blueprint for innovation in any field. Embrace diverse perspectives, value practical experience, and remain open to unconventional ideas. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the best solutions come from the most unexpected places.